Hello, and welcome to another episode of Creating Cultures That Outperform. We're really moving deep into this series on innovation. Today, we're at episode 15. I think you're going to really like it because it's kind of a capstone. We have others coming, but this is about human machine teaming with AI. Make sure you stay tuned. This is a really important episode because things are changing. Hi, I'm Frank Wander, CEO and founder of People Productive, and I'm actually here with my incredible co-host, Terry Mays, a certified culture engineer. So we've gone through 14 episodes, really going through how you build this continuously innovative culture. So episode 15 comes in. Now we've got this continuously innovative culture. That means you're really firing on all cylinders. People are working well in teams. And now you want to introduce AI into the organization. Companies that have not built really good, high-performing cultures are going to struggle with AI. Just like they failed to really do their digital transformations, they're going to fail to integrate it because culture is in the way. They need to really modernize their leadership. And by that, I mean they need to make sure the leaders understand these human factors of leadership because people are the most important tool in the company. And if you haven't built a culture where those people are able to come together and work well in teams, how are you going to have human machine teaming? Not individuals playing with a machine, but teams of people working together with AI to innovate and move faster. That's where the big payoff is going to come. In most companies, people are going to want to really avoid AI because they think it's going to eliminate their job because they have a bad culture and they don't trust the leadership. And so companies that are able to really do the human machine teaming right, they are going to move so fast. They're already continuously innovative. They're bringing streams of new things online. Individuals will be augmented with AI, and you're going to have teams using it to build things faster, better, much quicker than other people are able to do. So this is a breakout of the companies that really are good and have worked on their leadership, talent, and culture. That's my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to use AI to your advantage to help you move faster. And in order to do that, you've got to have the right skill sets in the people. And you can't have that mentality of we'll just keep doing things the way we always have. You've got to have an agile organization that can move quickly and people they have high digital dexterity where they can learn new things pretty quickly and advance and not just always think about the way things have always been done, but think about how can we do this more efficiently? How can we collaborate more effectively? And then what parts of this can be automated? How can we use AI to our advantage? How can we let AI assist us with the job that we're doing and not be intimidated by AI thinking that, oh, the machine is going to replace me? There are a lot of things that, we do in our jobs that are pretty mundane things that are not rocket science. Let the robot do those things for you. Let the computer do those things for you instead of trying to make sure that you're
Great quote. Great quote here.
Yes, absolutely. Love that quote. We should automate the work and humanize the jobs. Let's give the mundane work to the machines and the purpose back to the people. This is
Perfect.
so timely.
So on the money.
Exactly
This member of parliament in
what we
Britain
need.
nailed it completely. I saw this quote and said, "Up, get it factor." This gentleman totally gets it.
Yeah. Yeah, he totally gets it.
Totally
You
gets
want
it.
to use AI to assist and to free up the humans for the things that humans do, where, it's not quite so black and white. It's something where you've got to do some complex reasoning in order to come to that conclusion. You've got to make a decision or a gut call, those kinds of things you have to take into consideration when you're supplementing with AI. So you don't want to be careful what you're letting AI make decisions about. But for those things where it's just kind of mundane, things that have to get done, and everybody has jobs where there's a part of your job where you're just like, oh, I wish this was automated. I wish I didn't have to do this every week or every month, however the frequency is. So let the machines do it for you. Let AI take over and do that mundane thing for you so you can focus in on other things that are more important.
Yeah, and look at, when you do a creative process with AI and a team of people, what do you end up with? You have a team of people come together and start to really brainstorm where they want to go, come up with these high level concepts. Then you get AI to work on idea generation, take some of those concepts, come up with tons of ideas. Now you get to the refinement piece, which is kind of iterative, where you've got this human machine teaming, a team of people working with AI, refining those ideas, iterating through them to get down to what matters. And then the humans are the ones finalizing it. They understand, what appeals to humans. They understand human emotion, the impact on, society, whatever considerations are in play there. And that's a nice process for human machine teaming when you're talking about creativity. There's different points where AI is very valuable, but you must have teams of people working well together. You must have trust in the leadership. You must have a caring leadership that has let it be known that they nurture and grow people and care about them. And that if their job is being displaced, they'll have time to get retrained. Not everybody's going to make it in every company, but the bulk of the people will realize that that company's got their back. And they're going to be there, and they're going to employ people through growth because they're going to innovate, they're going to grow, they're going to bring things to market. And that's what has to happen.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you lose. This is a game for the marbles, really. Companies are going to get out in front and collect a lot more marbles. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, you want to continuously innovate. And one great and easy way to do that is by implementing AI into what you're doing already, and let AI do some of the things to free up your people, but also let AI do some things to help you innovate. Let AI make you faster, more effective at what you're already doing, and then see where you can grow from there. But you definitely need people that have very high digital dexterity, people that are able to pick up on new things, that want to learn new things. They don't want to just continue to go, this is the way we've always been. I've said that before, but that
Yeah.
is a very critical point, that you've got to have some people that are interested in learning and evolving themselves. And that's the way you evolve the company. The people have to evolve as well, and their knowledge and their understanding, their learning has to continuously change in order for the company to change.
Yeah, but look what companies have done. They've outsourced a lot of the learning. They've given away these things that were very fundamental to their future success. So a lot of that knowledge evolved and grew outside the company. And now they're going to struggle because their institutional knowledge is very limited. They should have really strong institutional knowledge. They should have always kept people who understood what some of these outsourced partners are doing, knew it as well as them, could manage it,
Right.
oversee it, and be part of the conversation. But companies, because their cultures were bad, treated people as expenses and not assets. They should have known who were the human assets and where the expenses were, because there are jobs going away. There always are expenses. Those people could be retrained, put somewhere else. But what are the assets? They had no idea. They just used them as interchangeable parts.
Yeah.
And these cultures that were stupidly run, quite honestly, they're going to really be the ones that suffer, because these people who've outsourced everything, they can't move. They're stuck in quicksand. You can look at Boeing struggling with all these partners and outsource things. They can't even move. They can't fix it. It's just a disaster. And that whole frame of leadership is going out the window. I'll be
Yeah.
honest with you. There's no doubt about it. The people who ruined their cultures, those leaders were stupid, and they didn't understand the human side of business. People were parts. They weren't the most important tool in the company.
Yeah.
And so they've got to understand the human assets. They've got to build these truly collaborative, agile, high performing cultures. They've got to upskill their leaders to understand these human factors of leadership. I mean, if you look at Bain's study, Time, Talent, and Energy, it's actually booked by Menkins and Gartner, who work for them, right? Look at cultures and the impact on performance. You've got a satisfied worker being 40% more productive, according to their years of study. I would definitely agree with that. 40% more productive than a dissatisfied worker. An engaged worker, 42% more productive than a satisfied worker. And an inspired worker, 125% more productive than a satisfied worker. I'm not talking 125% more than a dissatisfied worker. That's a much bigger number. And so those are great cultures where people are inspired and they're coming in and they're showing up. You introduce AI into that, take these inspired people who feel valued, and imagine how fast they're going to move. Because the company with inspired workers, that 100-person company is 225 full-time equivalents. The 100-person company with dissatisfied workers is 50 full-time equivalents. That's a fact. That's just how this
Yeah.
works. And
Yeah.
so it's not about bodies, it's about tapping human potential. And AI gives people more human potential. The companies that know how to tap human potential, they're already toast.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, but
They
that's the
are.
world we're in.
And those uninspired employees are slowing down their business on every side. Those
You're
folks that are not
absolutely right.
engaged, they're just making work harder for the ones that are. And it takes things longer to get done because they're so hard to deal with.
Yeah.
Those uninspired workers, even if they're 50% uninspired, they're still difficult to work with because they don't care.
They're part of the organizational drag, all those things
Yeah,
that slow you down as a worker. They're part of it. I
yeah,
agree there. I think that's an excellent point. Excellent.
yeah. They're dragging everything down. So that worker that's inspired and excited about what they're doing, they are excited about using AI. It will slow them down if they've got to work with people that aren't as excited as they are. But if you get a group
Yeah.
of people together that they're all inspired, they're all excited, they're all thinking about what could be and how we can be better, man, the possibilities are endless because you've got a group of people that are collaborating together. They know how to work well. They know how to use AI to help them go
They've
fast.
got real deep institutional knowledge.
Yes. Yes. So
Yeah.
you're really in a sweet spot when you get your team to that space because now it's not just about the company, but they have bought into the company and now it's I'm just as important. It's not just them, it's us.
Yeah.
And when you get people thinking like us and talking like us, it's ours, and they take
Yeah.
ownership in the company, it changes the
It's so
game.
powerful.
It's
Yeah.
very powerful.
Ownership. You care about me, leadership. I'm going to care reciprocally about the company and its success and survival and its future. If you don't care about me, I'm going to take the paycheck and go home.
Right. That's right.
Now, this is huge. And, this quote down here, this is statistic, is from PwC earlier this year. We've quoted it many times on the show because this is what you're dealing with. The 45% of the CEOs in that survey of 4,702 CEOs globally felt they couldn't move fast enough, that their company would probably not be there in 10 years. And now you've got this AI agile culture, leaders who know the human factors, high performing culture, and you've got AI being introduced into it. They have no idea. It's not going to be 10 years. They're going to be in
Yeah.
trouble sooner than that because
Yeah.
these companies are going to just absolutely whip them.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to see that people are the most important tool in every company. People matter, they count. This is what everybody's been waiting for. And AI doesn't mean you're less than you were, it means you're more important than ever. You got to learn how to team and collaborate with people. You've got to use AI, introduce it, be a leader. Get out there, help the company, make it better. That's what you got to do.
Yes, absolutely.
So, when you talk about innovative culture, the unbeatable combination is talent, culture, and AI. Leaders that understand these human factors of leadership, a real continuously innovative culture, and AI integrated so that the human machine teaming is really powerful. That's what's going to work. That's what's going to make the difference. I think this is huge. We're here every Wednesday at 3 o'clock. Next week, we're moving on to episode 16, actually, which is what you should not do to be innovative, the things you want to actually avoid. There's pitfalls to this. So we went through in 15 episodes all the things you should do. I think the capstone had to be this AI, human machine teaming. But now we'll talk about things you should avoid doing because they're going to be in your way. And some of it is common wisdom, but it doesn't work and it doesn't make sense. So make sure you tune in next week. We're going to be here again. And we thank you for coming and we hope you're becoming more innovative.
Yes.